I suppose. You know they had that little commercials that come up.
That's one of our commercials.
Not one of our commercials.
No, but it's on our site. Okay, so what's
I
happening?
don't want to think anything bad.
I think very bad things happening. Sorry about that.
5, 4, 3, 2. All right, so Dr. Pearson, we were getting into what was that turning point that made you say, I must create this organization?
The turning point actually came, it was in December of 1999, and I never will forget that I was working as a car salesman. As a matter, at the risk of sounding egotistical, I was one of the top car salesmen. And it was 2 weeks before Christmas, and it was exactly 2 weeks before my first son was born. And the dealership just closed the store down with no prior warning.
Wow.
You know, and made everybody go home. And that was pretty much Merry Christmas, you know. And so, you know, looking at that, I said, you know, I don't ever want to be that vulnerable again, that my first son was born. And, you know, and a good thing that he wasn't like 5 or 6, because the severance pay didn't come until after Christmas. And so I said, I don't want to, and I don't want other people to go through that. And so I said that I would build, I then took that time to go into research and development to build something so big and so great that we can provide growth for companies rather than having companies shut down.
Right.
You know what? I read a book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. You read that book before, I'm assuming.
Well, everybody keep telling me to read it. I think
book. It's just it talks on something you just said about if you wanna when you wanna work for yourself, the best thing to do is to provide assistance to other people,
right,
helping them promote themselves,
right,
and you will make a fortune doing that.
Yeah.
So I'm like you. I'm kind of like you too. You know, I was in that same situation, and
right,
you know, I lost my job or whatever a couple years ago, and I haven't had a 9-to-5 job since, and I don't plan on getting one. You know, so I understand what you're saying, man.
Right, and so basically we, you know, that was a turning point. So I wanted to do it in a positive way. I didn't want to, you know, do it like everybody else was doing it and kind of exploiting the youth as far as, promoting something negative.
Yeah, they're our future.
I wanted to do it in a positive way, and I wanted to do it where we could actually help people make money, you know, and stay in business. For the life of me, I never understood paying a CEO $5-10 million a year to fire people. Like, you know, I mean, that don't take a genius. You know, you put a CEO in business to learn how to come up with new strategies to create growth. And so I didn't understand that with the whole big business. Like, how do you hire somebody and pay them all that money to basically fire people? You know, and you can't come up with something that create growth. You know,
they don't want to. They can, but they don't want to.
Right.
They don't want to. I mean, they got money, but I hear what you're saying, though, man.
So yeah, that was the turning point. I pretty much let nothing stop me. You know, sacrificed a lot, went through a lot, but you know.
And how did you get involved with Susan? What it takes a community to raise a child.
Actually,
we met at a Starbucks.
That might have really happened.
Well, good thing it wasn't a strip club. But actually, it was through a mutual friend, Miss Kitra Williams, who she and I worked together on some different projects on the Million Youth Peace March project. And at the event, I spoke, and at the end of the event, she and I met. So just networking, you know.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely what's up. Yeah. I'm curious as to what your success rate is with your organization, your business.
My success rate?
Yes.
I'm not sure, because it's one of the things that we do in corporate America that is kind of what we call intangible success, mm-hmm, and then tangible, mm-hmm, success. So I guess if you want to call, you know, intangible success, I've been endorsed by a lot of great people. You know, a lot of my mentors are great people. I've sat at the table with the Prince of Spain. You know, I've been